Alright, hey guys, remember it's TCG back in the video. With this video, I'm going to be going over the new TG support. So let's get started. So here we have TG Rocket Salamander, and it's a level 1 fire pyro effect monster. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can tribute 1 TG monster, special summon 1 TG monster with a different original name from your deck. And it's just kind of continuing the whole TG archetype, the basis of just continuing to summon out monsters and synchro summon from there. So here, being able to tribute a monster, I'm not sure if there's a specific TG monster that would benefit from being tributed. If so, that's great. But being able to special summon any TG monster from your deck is really solid as well, just because it gives you basically access to anything. And if you control a machine TG monster, you can target one level 4 or lower monster, TG monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense position. So again, just being able to stack on that, being able to get more TG monsters out, very solid. And here, is it a tuner as well? No, it's not. It's not a tuner. And then here we have the new Synchro monster. This is TG Mighty Striker. It's level 2 Earth Warrior Synchro Tuner effect monster. It requires 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. If this card is synchro summoned, you can add 1 TG spell from your deck to your hand. So this is really great, just as soon as it's summoned, being able to search your TG spell or trap. And of course it's a level 2, so it's going to be something you summon early on. Of course it's a tuner as well. So just being able to synchro summon into this, probably using this guy since it's a level 1 monster. Then synchro summoning into this, searching out a spell or trap. Very great, very efficient. And then once per opponent's main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using monsters you control as material, including this card. So being able to synchro summon during your opponent's turn, it's a very nice bonus, very nice. I don't know if there's a TG monster that activates during your opponent's turn. If so, that can be an effective way of just getting that out. We might see that there's going to be one of a synchro monster that actually going to be able to do something during your opponent's turn. And then if this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, you can send 1 TG card from your deck to the grave. So again, this card is just doing a lot. Obviously, you're going to be sending it from the monster zone to the grave because you're going to be synchro summoning, and then from there it's a Foolish Burial. So, well, not even Foolish Burial, just any TG card. Very good there. And then here we have TG over Dragner. It's a level 5 Dark Dragon Synchro effect monster. It requires 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner effect monster, or one tuner and non-tuner monster. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon any number of TG monsters from your grave in defense position. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn, except TG monsters. So you get locked into TG at the cost of being able to special summon any number of TG monsters. That's insane. Just you're gonna be able to synchro summon and stack onto that. Get a stacked board, and if this card on the field is destroyed, draw a card. So a very good card that is very much in theme of the deck, just getting up a bunch of TG monsters and then being able to synchro summon into that. Very good synchro monster here. It's definitely a good middle card before going into your boss card. And here we have a new boss monster, which is TG Glaive Blaster. It's level 12 Earth Machine Synchro Effect monster. 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense. It requires 1 tuner synchro monster and 2 non-tuner synchro monsters. So it's like getting out a Cosmic Blazar or something like that. So it should be pretty powerful. It's a quick effect here. You can target 1 monster special summon from the extra deck, banish it. You can use this effect a number of times per turn, up to the number of non-tuner synchro monsters used as synchro material for this card. So being able to banish a bunch of cards, pretty solid. And of course it's level 12, and we see that there's a lot of non-tuners that have quite low levels. So being able to do that, you can get this, possibly get like 3 to 4 banishes. That can be pretty fun. 3 to 4 banishes, just anytime your opponent tries to establish anything, just being able to banish it. Of course, it's not going to negate its effect, so if they're able to activate that, that might be problematic, but being able to get rid of it on the board is good enough. And then once per turn, if a monster becomes banished face up, you can target one of them, special summon it to your field, ignoring its effect, ignoring its summon conditions. So again, this, of course, once per turn, if a monster becomes banished face up, you're going to be banishing with this card. Maybe you have other cards to do it as well, but being able to use that and then essentially take control of it, yeah, really good card. That's pretty fun to use. I am curious how people are going to use this. I might give it out a try as well. And then here we have TG Break Limiter. It's a normal spell card. You discard 1 card, add 2 G monsters with different card names for your deck to your hand. So it's a roto at the cost of discarding card. I think that's relatively fair. And then you can banish this card from your graveyard and target 1 TG monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, or if you control a TG monster, machine TG monster, you can add that card to your hand. And then it has graveyard value that's pretty decent as well. And then here we have TG All Clear. You can only use the 3rd effect of this card's name once per turn. TG monsters on the field become machine monsters. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 TG monster in addition to your normal summon / set. So again, the machine monster effect here is going to be relevant for the TG monsters we saw that are just able to activate effects depending if they're machines. So being able to use this just means that you have more access to doing those effects. And then being able to normal summon another TG monster very nice bonus. And we saw here with the first monster that even getting this card out just as your normal summon it and then tributing it out can be decent just to get anything you want. And then during your main phase, you can destroy one TG monster in your hand or field, and if you do, add one TG monster with a different name for your deck or grave to your hand. So this card is also works really well with, I forgot which monster it was, but there was one here, this one. So if you were to pop this TG over Dragner, able to pop it, draw a card, and then from there use its effect in order to add a TG monster with a different name for your deck or grave to your hand. Just a lot of value that this gets you. And then for the final card here is a counter trap, as named TG Close. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn. When your opponent activates a spell or trap or monster effect and you control a machine TG monster, negate the activation and if you do, destroy that card. So if the deck needed a negate, and this is a really good negate, it's just basically like a solemn. We've seen a lot of cards like this. We've seen like the Yangsing Pillar, essentially spell trap monster negates for the archetype, and that's gonna be pretty fun for people to use. And if a synchro monster becomes banished while this card is in the graveyard, you can set this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So again, being able to banish something we saw our synchro monster here that's able to banish cards on the field, and then from there being able to, if your opponent happens to have a synchro monster, you banish it, you can set this card back and use it once again. So again, a lot of value that this card provides. Really solid support, honestly. I'm curious what you guys think about it. I might give it a test, maybe see like what the new combos with these might look like. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.